Ginger's Chat Show. I'll be back in 1 minute. I gotta do something. 1 minute. Okay, sorry about that. You don't argue with Mother Nature. Okay, I hope everybody's well. It's 61 degrees, partly sunny. Um, we were trying to have some rain yesterday, but it didn't come through, so it's okay. I'm sorry. I got itchy nose. All right. Anyway, hey Nancy, hey Dorothy. It's good seeing you guys, and thank you for coming. Be sure to insist, persist, and share. Um, and I'm fighting allergies too. Oh, and I don't know if you guys heard about Virginia Terussi. She had a little accident, and at home, and somehow she tripped and she fell through her plate glass uh, coffee table, and she got cut up and everything, and so she called 911. They came and patched her up and everything. So, but she's a little bit sore from the fall. So I hope she's feeling better, and she could probably watch this later. So, hugs and love to her. Okay, when you run across an article that is, you know, that the headlines are kind of misleading, and like this one that's supposed to be military science, whatever, article or publication. Um, I don't know if you read it. It's called 1945. Anyway, they put out this meeting article and say, well, President Biden's presidency is dying and everything else, when it's really not. And I don't know where these guys get this information and this misleading uh, headline on that. And I don't like headlines per se when they do things that are not true. And that's got to stop. You know. So, it's supposed to be a military blog, but not really. Uh, there's very little information about them, who they really are. So I suspect it's far right, uh, by the way they talk and everything. So they don't talk any common sense. Anyway, the White House has announced it will veto the border security bill. will veto that and send it back and say, look, you guys need to review this and put a little common sense back into it. I don't know what the GOP's problem is. They need to start doing their homework and really look at the situation truthfully. I mean, really stop assuming and start really doing some homework on it if they want it to pass. And they need to work across the aisle as well. Sorry. Um. So anyway, they're gonna President Biden will veto that bill. The other bill that's the House has passed is the debt ceiling bill, and you know full well it's not going to pass in the Senate. The Senate is going to go, it has to be clean. It has to be so super squeaky clean. And send it back and say, no cuts. All this is already paid for, and you need to understand that. And for some reason, the GOP and the House, including the radical idiots, not the ones, there's two separate groups of Republicans there. You have the ones that are middle of the road and they're trying to do their jobs properly. Then you have those like MTG and others that are radical far right. And they don't seem to want to understand that everything's all paid for anyway. Done fiscal year, which is prior. That's what fiscal means. It means prior year. That's all paid for. And Trump's, he who shall not be named, so-called presidency is the one that caused the inflation on that. Because of his idiocy, more than anything. And they don't want him to accept that mistake. Well, they better wake up and open their eyes and really listen and really read what he really done. They really need to do that. But you know they won't. They're too stubborn, too blind, and they're too stupid. More than anything. I noticed that Boebert's been really super quiet lately, and she hasn't said much, which is good. MTG's still trying to make herself relevant, and she's not relevant. She's causing problems in Congress itself, and Hakeem Jeffries, who is the minority leader there, he's so sick and tired of her. You just wish she would just resign and leave. And McCarthy's being an idiot and he's being a wimp. And I think Speaker of the House is, they're not really partisan. They're just trying to get the country's business through. It's what they're trying to do. And they don't go by party lines or anything else. They just hammer things out with the Democrats and with them together. All the words together work on the problems. Well, he is so bamboozled and so cornered by MTG and the others when he wanted to be Speaker of the House that he basically gave away his power. Well, you can't really give away your power per se when you're Speaker of the House, but he didn't know that. So he needs to stop catering to them and start saying, put his foot down and say, look, you're going to work across the aisle. And of course, you're going to work across the aisle. Let's fix the problem and solve it. And we're going to pass a clean debt ceiling bill. Raise it, be super clean, squeaky clean. That way it will pass. Otherwise, it's not going to pass the way you want to keep it. And you don't want to screw up the American people, and this is what they're doing. They're screwing up their own employers, which is us. Keep in mind, we're the employers. We should be telling them what to do. So, Be sure to do that. And they say, well, when you write letters, you have to be respectful and everything else. I go, really? You have to be respectful to them where they're not respectful to you? That's the part that really, my pet peeve, more than anything. On the sports page, if you're into sports, any kind of sports you like watching, of course, my Mariners, Seattle Mariners, beat the Houston Astros on Saturday, and they sweep their series, and they came from behind, and they beat Houston Astros 7-2. Um, then also that very night, the Seattle Kraken won Game 3 of the round two playoffs. They did very well, and so they're playing again, another home game again tomorrow. Today they have to take a break and practice and everything else in between, and then they have to fly back to Dallas for Game 5, if there's going to be a Game 5. But I hope the Kraken will win Game 4. So it'll be 3 games to. Right now there are 2 games to 1. But they should be 3 games to 2. So we'll see how this goes. They're doing good. They're really doing good. And so is the Mariners. They're doing good. The good news is Mr. McCann and the Kraken, he's coming back to playing, and he was practicing, and so I don't know if they're going to put him in this up and coming game, or they're going to wait and do another, if necessary, game. So, or when they win the round 2, go into the conference, then he'd probably back to playing the conference. So we'll see how all this goes. And of course, you know, he who should not be named has been taking himself a hole deeper and deeper and deeper. And he's going to be so, inside that hole, walls are going to be so steep and so slick, he's not going to be able to get himself out of it, if you use that vision. I really kind of dislike him. I mean, I have disliked him. I disliked him since 2016 because I didn't vote for him. And I knew he wasn't going to be a good president because he thought that he was above law or above anything, you know. So, and the judge is sick and tired of him. Judge in New York, in the federal case and everything else, they just want Trump to shut up. Just be quiet, let the system work itself. And of course he won't shut up. He'll just keep on yapping. And he keeps on threatening, and he keeps doing this and that and the other. You know what? They should just put their foot down, put him in handcuffs, and throw him in jail. Put him in a padded cell, not padded, put him in a cell, put him in solitary, and not have any access to electronics, and maybe a magazine. Magazine of, let's say, that has moral stories in it, more than anything. Make him read that. And some people say he doesn't know how to read. Well, no, he just wants everything done for him. And that's not living at all. It's really not. So, We'll see the results of the Carroll trial that's still going on. I've been keeping an eye on that. I've been watching Midas Touch. They're keeping an eye on that. Georgia, if I understand, the Georgia Attorney General is going to be slapping RICO charges at him. And on that, and also the DC is doing the same thing, and also espionage charges. And if he's convicted in all those trials, he's going to be in prison for a very, very long time. And some people say, well, he won't be in prison. I go, yes, he will. If they want transparency, they gotta treat him like everybody else. I don't know why they didn't arrest him right away when they found the national security documents. They should have done it right then and there. Do it like this one other person they caught passing secrets. And I don't know why they're using kid gloves. I really don't. Because people should not be afraid of him. They should stand up to him and say, nope, this is the way it is. You know. And if he doesn't like it, well, that's just too bad. So, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign off early because the cats are yelling at me because they're hungry. They need to get their lunch. I need to get my lunch. And I'll keep an eye on the news. I will see you on, let me check my calendar. 1 minute, let me check my calendar. I'll see you on the 10th at 1 o'clock. And sorry I missed John's show last night. I was watching a tornado chase that was going on. Vince Watley, or Weltley is how it's pronounced. He is a storm chaser, and he helps the Storm Prediction Center keep an eye on the ground on what's happening, where the tornado is going, and everything else, because the radar doesn't always give the truthful information, if you will. So, okay. Alright, well guys, I will see you later. I will, Dorothy. You stay safe. There's gonna be a whole bunch of more storms that's gonna be coming through. So stay safe, batten down the hatches, guys. I will see you on Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And if there's any changes, I will let you know. And thank you for coming. And I have those that are watching this later, and thank you for watching. I will post this on my YouTube channel, and I would like to see more subscribers. So be sure to share, and, you know, watch the Midas Touch too. So they got a lot more subscribers than I do. So, anyway, I will see you guys later. I love you all. And I will see you on Wednesday. Okay? Love you. Bye-bye.